Hello, welcome back. Have you ever felt like giving up? Like the weight of the world was just too heavy? I've been there, many times. And if you're listening to this right now, chances are, you have too. But here's the truth, there's something that kept me going when I thought I had nothing left. Something that gave me strength when I was ready to quit. And that is faith. Faith isn't just about religion. It's about belief. Belief that no matter how hard things get, there's still a reason to keep moving forward. Belief that even when the road seems endless, every step forward still matters. Faith taught me something powerful. It taught me to never give up. I remember a time in my life when everything seemed to fall apart. Days when I woke up with no energy, no hope, and no reason to keep trying. I kept asking myself, why should I keep going when nothing is working? I thought about quitting. Quitting my goals. Quitting my dreams. Even quitting on myself. But in that darkness, something whispered to me. A voice deep inside said, "Don't stop now." It wasn't motivation from outside. It was faith. Faith reminded me, this is not the end. What you're going through is shaping you. The struggle is temporary, but the strength you gain from it will last forever. And slowly, step by step, I realized something. Every failure wasn't a wall, it was a door. Every rejection wasn't the end, it was redirection. That's when I learned. Faith is the fuel that keeps you moving, even when your tank feels empty. Faith is not about pretending life is easy. Faith is about standing tall when life is crushing you. When you have faith, you stop asking, "Why me?" And you start asking, "What can I learn from this?" You stop fearing the future. And you start trusting the process. You stop measuring success by how fast you're moving. And you start valuing the strength to keep moving. Think about it. Every person who achieved something great had faith. Thomas Edison failed thousands of times before creating the light bulb. But he believed one more try could change everything. Nelson Mandela spent 27 years in prison. But he believed freedom was worth waiting for. Michael Jordan was cut from his high school basketball team. But he believed his story wasn't finished, and he went on to become one of the greatest players of all time. J.K. Rowling, the author of Harry Potter, was rejected by 12 publishers. But she believed in her story, and her faith changed her life forever. And you, right now, in your own struggle, your story can also be proof of faith. Because faith doesn't erase obstacles. Faith gives you the courage to climb them. Faith taught me that pain has a purpose. Every heartbreak teaches resilience. Every failure plants seeds for growth. Nothing is wasted. Faith taught me that progress is invisible before it's obvious. Just like a seed under the soil, your growth is happening quietly. Faith taught me that setbacks are really setups. When one door closes, it's not rejection, it's protection. What feels like a loss might actually be a blessing in disguise. Faith taught me that strength is built in silence. Nobody claps for you when you're struggling at midnight. But those moments, when nobody is watching, that's when champions are made. And maybe right now you're asking, how do I build this kind of faith? Let me share a few things that helped me. Speak belief into yourself every single day. Start saying, "I will overcome this. I will not quit." Surround yourself with people who lift you up. Choose carefully. Focus on small wins. Don't wait for big victories. Celebrate the little steps. Because faith grows when you recognize progress, even tiny progress. Why did you start? What's the bigger picture? When you remember your purpose, faith gets stronger. Faith doesn't mean you'll be fearless. Faith means you'll keep going despite the fear. Give yourself grace as you take each step forward. And here's something I've learned. Faith often grows strongest when life feels hardest. When everything is smooth, we don't need much faith. But when the storms hit, that's when faith becomes your anchor. Think about a ship in the ocean. When the waves crash, the anchor doesn't stop the storm. It doesn't calm the waves, but it holds the ship in place until the storm passes. That's what faith does. So if you're listening to this and you feel like giving up, hear me clearly. Your story isn't over. Just because you can't see the finish line doesn't mean you're not getting closer. You may be tired. You may be broken. You may be discouraged. Keep believing. Keep fighting. Keep going. Because one day, you will look back on this exact moment, the moment you thought about quitting, and you will be grateful that you didn't. Faith doesn't guarantee an easy journey, but it guarantees that every step you take is worth it. Your dreams matter. Your goals matter. Your life matters. Never give up. And if this message spoke to you today, share it with someone who needs it. because sometimes all it takes is a little faith to change a life. Thanks for watching.